Pet overpopulation is a problem that plagues every corner of the globe, including right here in Stafford. SNAP is an organization that is seeking a way to help solve this problem by offering spay and neutering assistance in Fort Bend. We spoke to Development Coordinator Torres-Torres to learn more about what we can all do.
SNAP's main mission is to prevent the death and suffering of cats and dogs due to overpopulation, due to illness, especially in low-income areas.
Well, one of the departments in Fort Bend County Health and Human Services is our Animal Services Department. We have a shelter out in Rosenberg. We take in animals from the unincorporated part of the county and other cities that we have a contract with. And every year there are way too many animals that are turned in, picked up on the side of the road, owners can't keep them, and so on. The easiest way to stop this is to stop having the babies in the first place. So the SNAP van coming out to Fort Bend County really can help with cutting down the population of stray animals that we have.
The problem of overpopulation here locally in Fort Bend, in Stafford, is great. We have thousands and thousands of animals dying unwanted in shelters. There are just not enough homes for them. And really the only way to solve this problem is going to be spay-neuter. Basically, if we stop all these animals from reproducing, then we stop having to euthanize and kill all these animals in our shelters. We come to Stafford at least once a year here at the City Hall. We team up with Fort Bend County, and we go throughout Fort Bend County at least one time every month. It's something fantastic. Today we had a wonderful event. We filled up our truck with spay-neuters. We were able to get 23 animals done here at Stafford. The funding that's sponsoring Fort Bend events is basically directly coming from the county of Fort Bend. They've, lack of a better way to say it, kind of decided, you know what, spay-neutering is going to be much cheaper than actually having to house an animal at a shelter and then having to ultimately euthanize that animal because there's not a home for that animal. So they've come to realize that spay-neuter is a wonderful way to lower the pet population of unneeded animals and that don't have homes.
Well, a few years ago we used to have the SNAP van come out at least once a year, paid for by the commissioners in Fort Bend County with taxpayer dollars, but then we relied on donations for everything else. But a couple years ago, looking at the cost of picking up and housing animals and euthanizing them, it was decided that this was a much better business practice to actually have the SNAP van out here. And so now every year in our budget is 12 visits of the SNAP van coming to Fort Bend County. This is our second year to come out to Stafford. Last year we had a horrible day with pouring down rain and still had people come, but today it's beautiful and we have a full van of animals that will be either spayed or neutered by the end of the day. Get the word out about spaying and neutering. That's the most important thing. All domestic pets should be spayed and neutered. Not only does it stop overpopulation, but it really helps them with their health. It cuts down the mammary cancer, cuts down uterine cancer. It helps the male dogs to be a little bit less aggressive, less marking of their territory and so on. So getting that word out to everybody, this is an important part of pet ownership and responsible pet ownership. Also, donations are always welcome. The SNAP people would really appreciate that. The other thing I'd say is adopting from shelters. Don't go to the puppy mills, don't go to the expensive stores, but come out to the shelters. There's wonderful animals that need adoptions and need loving homes.
I guess the most important thing that people can take away from the event today is the importance of spaying and neutering their animal and the benefits that it's going to bring. Basically, if they're able to start coming here, get their spay and neuter, and then able to tell their friends about our service and the wonderful benefit of spay and neuter, then we've done our job.
For more information about the Spay-Neuter Assistance Program, otherwise known as SNAP, visit www.snapus.org. You can also learn more about the Fort Bend County Animal Services by visiting www.fortbendcountytx.gov, clicking on Departments, then clicking on Animal Services. For Animal Magnetism, I'm Cary Gordon.